Do you miss it yet? Your childhood? Those golden years of your life when everything was perfect. When nothing was wrong. When you had no responsibilities. When no one expected anything of you. You had a free pass to just live. Do you remember those golden years? Those moments you'll never get back? Do you wish you could get them back? You do? You and me both. But what if I told you that you and I can get those moments back right now by looking at this photo, or this photo, or this one, or this one, any of them? All of them would work because all of them are examples of a liminal space. The term liminal is derived from the Latin word limen, limen, limen,
Limen.
limen. The word
Limen.
means to be on the precipice of something new, but not quite there. For example, a stairwell. Think about it. What do you do when you're in a stairwell? Nothing, exactly. All you do is transition from where the stairs start to where the stairs end. Thus, the stairwell is your transitional point. It is where the precipice lies. Now, we got the easy part down, defining what liminal is. The not so easy part is defining what a liminal space is. It's a bit of a controversial topic on the internet, kind of like putting the milk before the cereal. Nobody can decisively pin down what the definition of a liminal space is. And when someone tries to give their opinion, especially on Reddit, it doesn't go very well. They get downvoted into oblivion and lose their Reddit karma. But at the risk of losing my hard-earned Reddit karma, let me give you my interpretation. A liminal space is an image that serves as a time machine, a gateway into the simpler times of our lives when we were a child. To wake up on a Saturday morning when no one else was awake, to go to the kitchen, pour yourself a bowl of cereal, and eat it while watching your favorite cartoon. That feeling is what a true liminal space should evoke. And anyone who says otherwise is stupid. Almost anything can be a liminal space if it's photographed or photoshopped properly. For example, hallways, stairwells, streets, paths, houses, buildings, parks, offices, hotels, pools, especially pools. They are huge in liminality. Bedrooms, neighborhoods, tunnels, bridges, airports, deserts, bathrooms. You get the picture. So yeah, a liminal photo can be of pretty much anything. But as for what makes a photo liminal, it's complicated. You see, I too was desperate for answers, but for the longest time, I was afraid I would never be informed of the truth. No matter how many nights I spent poring over the research, no matter how much I consulted my sources, no matter how much I conversed with others who were willing to listen, and no matter how much I prayed to the liminal gods. But one day, as I was studying my notes, it hit me. The secret recipe of liminality is the lack of human life. In every single liminal photo, every single one, there are no humans. Yeah, sure, there might be signs of human life, like houses and bathrooms, but you never see a human, even though you really should. I mean, seriously, look at this photo. Come on, where are the cars? Are they over here? What about here? Over here? Where are they? Look how long the street is and it's in the middle of the day. Where are the cars? That right there is the foundation of liminality, the lack of human life. Human life is useless for the photo, but since those locations always have humans, seeing them without humans is off-putting. And that uneasiness combined with the relatable setting of the photo, along with the potential transitional aspect, makes it nostalgic. And evoking nostalgia is the only requirement a liminal photo has to meet. If it does that, it fulfills its purpose. Now, for the next several days, I have one mission. Photograph liminal spaces and post them to the liminal space subreddit in the hopes that I create the Mona Lisa of liminality. However, there's 500,000 people in that subreddit, which means competition. So I need something to help me stand out, something to set me apart from the crowd. And that's where my secret weapon comes into play. A ghost town. Yep, you heard that right. A ghost town. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, like what, you just have access to a ghost town? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I do. What are you, jealous? Okay, to be perfectly honest, it's a neighborhood and it's not technically a ghost neighborhood since it's not abandoned. It's a neighborhood that's under construction. It's like a solid 45% complete, but they're still currently building it. Now I can already see the comments. Oh, a neighborhood? You said it was a town. That's not a town, that's a neighborhood. You clickbaited us. But wait a minute, because I did the measurements. Did you do the measurements? I don't think you did the measurements, but I did the measurements. I went to this neighborhood and I measured the perimeter. That's right, the entire thing. It's over 1,000 square miles. Now, in the state that I live in, do you know the minimum requirement for how large a town has to be called a town? 4 square miles. Checkmate, you stand corrected. However, small problem, it's a construction site, which equals loud. So to get around that, I can only go there either on weekends or on weekdays after like 5 p.m. because that's when the construction workers go home. But if I'm there when the construction workers are there, the audio will be absolute garbage, like utter trash. And I want to get both daytime and nighttime liminal photos. So each time I visit the neighborhood on a weekday after 5 p.m., the clock will be ticking. I will not have much time before it is pitch black outside and I can't get any photos, even with the flashlight I plan on bringing. So yeah, it's a bit of a setback, but we're good. We're fine. We can overcome our adversities and adapt to our situation. But with that being said, I think it's time we carry out the mission.
We're in. Empty streets at all sides. Empty street, whip around, boom. I didn't even know that they had 2 separate playgrounds. I thought they only had 1. Like, they have a second playground. And I didn't even know. The grass is green, the birds are chirping, the rebarb is sticking out of the ground. What more could you ask for? Look at the view from atop the playground. Look at that. You may have a playground, but do you have a musical instrument built into your playground?
Play.
The links to my Spotify are down below. This could work. This could potentially be a liminal space. Oh, that's okay. This is a good street. Oh my god, this is a good street. Look at that. Oh, I can only imagine what this is gonna look like at night. This grass looks so perfect. It almost feels like sacrilegious to step on it. I'm still stepping on it though. Nicely maintained volleyball sand thing. Jesus Christ, that path is long. Is that a volcano in the background? The path is so long, it stretches all the way to Hawaii. So day 1 is complete. I'm back in my neighborhood now. I love it here so much. I mean, how can you not love it here? I'll be honest, I'm a bit sad having to leave such an awesome neighborhood like that. It's a bit depressing. It's kind of like being in the greatest dream you've ever been in, but then waking up and having no choice but to return to reality. So we're here at night, and man oh man is it creepy. That looks really good. Oh my god, that is liminal. Holy crap. Remember that extremely long pathway? You know, the one that stretched all the way to Hawaii? This is that pathway at night. There are certain liminal spaces that thrive in daylight, and then there are others that thrive in darkness. And I gotta say, after being in the same neighborhood in both environments, I can definitively tell you guys, darkness is better, 100%. This neighborhood during the day barely gives off liminal vibes. I mean, barely. At night, everywhere you look is a liminal space. That's some guy's backyard, by the way. You can see the city in the distance, which I think is actually kind of cool. It's like I've been exiled away from the city, and I can only see it miles away. Well, this seems like a convenient place for an interruption, so I'm going to give you a brief history lesson on liminality. Pay attention. This man is very important. His name is Arnold van Gennep, and he has quite possibly the most unkempt mustache I have ever seen in my entire life, and I swear to God he looks like Alex Bale, but from the 1900s. Anyway, he coined the term liminality in a book he wrote in 1909. Then he died. Sometime later, this man, Victor Serial Killer Turner, came along and quote-unquote
rediscovered the importance of liminality. That's a fancy way of saying he copied Arnold.
Anyway, Victor came across Arnold's work and probably thought, oh, what a great idea. Let me have some of that. So he wrote his own book where he delved deeper into the topic of liminality. Then 50 years passed and the internet, being the internet, decided to do what it does best and turned liminality into something it was never meant to be by posting this image to 4chan in 2019 under the name The Backrooms. And because of this photo, liminality was thrown into the limelight and has stayed there ever since.
So we went from this to this to this, and now we're here. Present day. All right, the test is in a week.
Oh my gosh. See, I feel like this is the best time of day for this neighborhood. Not daytime, not complete abyss, dusk. The aesthetic is amazing. Oh my god. Out of all 3 days I've been here, 100% day 3 is my favorite. That's an interesting looking porch. You know what this feels like? It feels like I'm in a dystopian movie. Like Divergent, Hunger Games. That's about all the dystopian movies I know. Okay, to end off day 3, we're going to play a quick game of Is It Liminal? Here's how it works. I'm going to show you a quick photo, and you have to determine whether or not it's liminal and why. Then I'll reveal the correct answer and the explanation. Are you ready? Round 1. Trampoline park. Is it liminal? Time's up. As you can tell, I'm starting off easy. Your mom could figure this out. The answer is yes for a multitude of reasons. First off, the lights. I honestly don't even think they end. They seem to just go on forever and ever, making sure the entire room is eternally lit, since you'll never be able to escape it or return home, and you might as well find comfort in your inescapable doom. Secondly, there's no one there. Now maybe it's because no one wants to catch COVID-24 from the ball pit, or maybe it's because the ball pit swallowed them. Either way, there should be people here, yet it's barren. Thirdly, it's extremely uniform and repetitive, and that's because it wasn't designed by a massive corporate entity. Oh no, it was designed by the massive entity. I'm talking about your mother, of course. After all, she didn't get her degree in architecture for nothing. Round 2. Road. Is it liminal? Stop the clock. Okay, this one is seriously easy. I'd even go as far as to say it's easier than your mother. The answer is no. Why? Well, think back. What did I say about human life?
Human life is useless.
Something along those lines. All right, third and final round. Pool. Is it liminal? Time's up. Again, this is very simple, kind of like your mother. The answer is yes for many different reasons. First, there are no humans. Second, the vibrancy. I mean, look at this sky. It almost looks photoshopped. The bright blue sky combined with the bright blue water and bright green grass makes it look like a dream, like you've teleported to the upside down world. Also known as Australia. Also that unicorn floaty. It's probably a demon waiting for you to turn your back so it can ambush you. Kind of reminds me of something.
It's time. I've been dreading this day for a while, mostly because it involves Reddit, but I need to post the photos. So here's what went down. These 3 days of me going out to the neighborhood resulted in 89 photos. I've already looked at all of them and I've selected my picks. Out of 89 photos, only 8 will be posted onto this subreddit. Let's look at them, shall we? Starting with the most disappointing, Flora. When I looked at it, all of the little plants in one spot kind of gave me a liminal feel, but I'll be honest, this one's complete dog shit. Next, Street at Dusk. Now, this one is a street, which means a transitioning point, but it is so grainy, its cousin may as well be Quaker Oats, so I hate to break it to you, but I don't think this one's going very far. Also, I only noticed this a few days ago, but if you look closely, this thing right here kind of looks like a UFO. Pretty cool. Next, this photo I like to call Zeroth Lane because of the beautifully photoshopped sign up here. This one, I actually have hope for. It's not too grainy, you can make out the pixels, the 0 in Zeroth Lane alludes to the backrooms, the lighting isn't total garbage, and it's a transitioning point. All in all, it passes the health inspection. Next, Pathway to Hawaii. Ah yes, that pathway. This one, I'm actually quite proud of. The sky, amazing. The lights, great. And that's really all this photo has to offer. Now we're in the final 4, starting with number 4, Sidewalk to Hell. I will admit that in person, it looks a lot better. The camera unfortunately didn't pick up that much, which is why you can only see about 10 feet in front of you, but I still think it's a strong liminal space. Number 3, Front Porch. This one, I have high hopes for. It's not too dark and it's not too grainy, but it still gives you that feeling that you're isolated, that there's nothing around you except void. I like this one. Number 2, Curved Street. This one is promising because the sky that day was perfect. Also, a small detail I really like is the street light. You can't see the actual light bulb, only the light emanating from it, but the light from the bulb interacting with the color of the sky behind it, amazing. But out of all 8, there is one that sticks out from the rest. When I got back to my house and looked at this photo, I instantly knew that this was my best work, and I hadn't even seen the other 80. I present to you 7 moons and 1 sun. If the name confuses you, observe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What should they look like? Moons. And the brightest one, what does it look like? The sun. I love this photo. I really do. When I go to bed at night and think about the 3 days I spent wandering the neighborhood, taking photos of everything I saw, the only thing that puts me at ease is this photo. The others actively haunt me. But will they be enough? Will they satisfy the experts? There's only one way to find out. Flora has gone from 1 upvote to 7. This is a fantastic start to a fantastic journey. It's number 28 on the front page. We are moving smoothly along the road to liminal fame. It's dead. Next post, Street at Dusk. 6 upvotes and it's number 37 on the front page. I think we're back on track. Nope, it's dead. Next post, Zero with Lane. 11 upvotes, the highest so far, and it's number 17 on the front page, the best so far. This is looking promising. Dead. Next, Pathway to Hawaii. 7 upvotes, and it's number 37 on the front page. Not bad. It's completely dead. Next post, Sidewalk to Hell. It's number 24 on the front page. Okay. 7 upvotes. All right. Deceased. Next post, Front Porch. 8 upvotes, but it is number 13 on the front page, the best so far. It's gone forever. Hope is not all lost though. Next post, Curved Street. It hasn't even been an hour and it's already dying. It never even made it to the front page. 5. And it has already met the warm embrace of utter obscurity. I've blown through all but 1 of my posts. I mean, yeah, it is my best, but if this doesn't work, what am I supposed to do? Let's just do it. 3 upvotes in 10 minutes. That's the best so far. This might actually be going somewhere. Yeah, straight into the dumpster. This thing flopped, like it put the flop in floppy disk. Apparently it was only worthy of 7 upvotes. That's it, 7. So of course I, who was out of options, started throwing everything I had at this subreddit. No matter how garbage the photos were, they were something. And that was all that mattered because I needed to succeed. But none of them were working precisely because they were garbage. This entire video was depending on my ability to take good liminal photos. And according to Reddit, I was failing. Before I realized I had used up all the photos that were even slightly acceptable, and my posts were still sitting there, slowly fading into obscurity. And I didn't know what to do. Surprisingly, my most upvoted post was actually Notice. That one got 24 upvotes. 24. I could have seen more success had I just printed out my photo, gone down to my local kindergarten, and bribed the children with candy canes to tell me that my photo was superb. But I'm not gonna give up that easily, okay? I'm not gonna throw in the towel just yet. I am going to succeed, which leaves me with only one option. I need to go back, and this time, there's no messing around. I will get my liminal fame. I am going to achieve greatness, and nothing will stand in my way. I will sleep there if I have to. I'll buy one of the homes and move there if I have to. You know what? I will purchase Arizona. I will purchase Arizona. These liminal spaces are out there, just waiting to be discovered. They only need to be photographed. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do, if it's the last thing I do. Hello again. The photos have been taken, and I went all out. I took an additional 38 photos during day 4, and out of those 38, 8 will be posted. Here they are. Playground, the darkness, Bright Garage, which is 2 photos, Park Sidewalk, which is also 2 photos, Go, and Fake House. The night I took these photos, before I went to bed, I posted the darkness and playground. And then I climbed into my bed, closed my eyes, and woke up in the morning. I woke up, and wow, did these do better. The darkness was number 8 on the front page, the highest ever, and got nearly 50 upvotes in just 9 hours. And Playground was number 13 on the front page and got 19 upvotes. Both of them have come to a stop, unfortunately, but the darkness finished strong with 76 upvotes, my best by a long shot. And Playground finished with a solid 30. Next was Bright Garage. Bright Garage was at 12 upvotes in 19 hours and came to an end with 14. Next batch, Fake House and Go. Fake House got 11 upvotes in 13 hours and Go got 13 upvotes in 13 hours. Just a few hours later though, both died, with Fake House at 14 and Go at 18. At this point, I only had one post left, but it was the one I had the highest hopes for, Park Sidewalk. These 2 photos are my favorite liminal spaces I have ever taken. The spaced out lamps giving just enough light, the lights of civilization in the background, and the unknown of where the sidewalk leads, perfect. So I uploaded the photos, took a deep breath, and I clicked post. It's got 37 upvotes in 9 hours and reached number 12 on the front page. And there we have it. I'm afraid this post has reached the end of the road, finishing with a respectable 55 upvotes, my second highest. You know, my most popular post, The Darkness, may have only gotten 76 upvotes, so by no means viral or the Mona Lisa of liminality. But those 76 upvotes each represent a person, 76 people. If my post made 76 people remember their golden years, their moments they'll never get back, then this whole thing was well worth it. When I look at liminal spaces, they ease my mind, they comfort me, they make me happy that I had the childhood that I had. I had seen so many different liminal photos taken by so many different people, and I wanted to contribute something of my own. In the same way that other people's liminal photos made me reminisce about my younger years, I wanted to do the same for them. I wanted to be the reason they felt it. The pain of knowing you enjoyed something, yet knowing you'll never be able to enjoy it for a second time. Nostalgia. I may not have gotten thousands of upvotes, but I still accomplished that. Because of my post, 76 people, for a brief period of time, as short as it may have been, felt happy. Or at least happy enough to just give it a click. I want to thank you for giving this video a click. It means a lot. So thank you. and thanks for watching.